Good afternoon, everyone. This is Michael with the ALGVacations education team. I want to welcome everyone to today's virtual fam trip with Oasis Hotels and Resorts. Today we're featuring the Pyramid in Grand Oasis, Cancun. And for these virtual fams, we've hired the best professional videographers to help deliver the best resort experience for you. So I think you're really going to enjoy today's fam. Before we get started, I just wanted to share that this event is being recorded. We'll make this available for on-demand viewing in our ALG education calendar a little bit later today. So if you are interrupted, you don't need to worry. We're going to have this available for you. We also encourage you to ask any questions. You can do that via the Q&A panel throughout today's virtual FAM. And it is my pleasure to welcome Alvaro Vergara. He's the Assistant Manager of Groups and Conventions. We've also got Robin Perez, Manager of Oasis Plus, and Christina White. I think you're all familiar with her. She's the Director of Sales and Oasis Connect Manager with Oasis Hotels and Resorts. So welcome to all of you. All of them will be assisting with your questions. Immediately following the FAM, we're going to get to as many of those as we have time for. So thank you again, everyone, for joining us today. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that we are giving away a 3-night stay for 2 for some lucky attendee today, and we will announce the lucky winner via the email that you shared when you registered for today's event. So good luck to everyone there. And now let's kick off our virtual FAM that you've been waiting to see.
Welcome to our Grand Oasis Cancun complex, the entertainment resort. We are the largest hotel in the destinations, which has endless bars and restaurants, as well as a wide variety of entertainment activities adapted for all types of guests. So let's start with the amazing tour.
Hello, my name is Pamela Solis. I am Groups and Conventions Coordinator. In our Green Oasis Cancun complex, we have an extensive offer of food and beverages, from buffet restaurants through specialty ones, fusion cuisines and gourmet food restaurants, such as our Hacienda Benasusa, a techno-emotional restaurant, when we serve a dinner about 20 courses and we enjoy with the 5 properties of the food, such as temperature, texture, color, smell, maximizing the senses, especially taste. Welcome to one of our wide range of options in restaurants that we have throughout the property. As you can see here, as in all of our restaurants, we have the anti-COVID-19 protocols imposed by our health authorities. We have sanitizing mats, dispenser of antibacterial gel, social distance stickers, entry and exit line to avoid the crowding of the guests all over the place. Of course, the capacity will never exceed the allowed percentage. Being also buffet assist by our trainee and certified staff in this and in most of our restaurants. The view of the turquoise sea and the white sign await you to say good morning. Welcome to Le Buffet restaurant. All food and beverages collaborators have been trained to avoid contact with food. It's mandatory wear the mask. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Álvaro Vergara. I am Groups and Convention Supervisor. One of the advantages that we can find here in our Grand Oasis Cancun complex are the common areas, such as the gardens, the beach, and the pool. Also, we own one of the largest and the widest beach lines in the destination, where the white of the sand, the sunshine, and the turquoise of the Caribbean Sea are the perfect setting to spend unforgettable days in company of your loved ones. Regardless of the reason for your trip, whether it is for recreation, relaxation, or work, we will always be present. At Grand Oasis Cancun, we own an amazing pool, one of the largest in the Mexican Caribbean, where you can have hours of relaxation and fun. You will always have a restaurant or bar option nearby. In these areas, we also care about your health and safety. We have the necessary anti-COVID-19 protocols stipulated by our health authorities. We have an entertainment and animation team to make your stay more enjoyable in the common areas, where we have activations and activities made for you, who are the most important thing for us.
Hello everyone, my name is Oscar Patlan. I am the Groups and Conventions Manager. Because we know how important the Groups and Conventions segment is, we have implemented the MICE concept, which means meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibitions at Oasis resorts. We offer a comfortable accommodation center for groups with exclusive and comprehensive services for your event. At MICE by Oasis, we are specialized in holding all kinds of events for meetings, congresses, conventions, exhibitions, social events, to massive concerts, music festivals, and more. We support you since the planning, coordination, and accomplishment of your event until its conclusion, with the aim of achieving full success in each of the stages. We will assist you at every request and always do our best to bring our users a variety of options to fulfill every need and exceed your expectations. Therefore, don't delay the success of your event any longer and let Grand Oasis Cancun make it a unique, entertaining, and original experience.
At Oasis Hotels and Resort, one of the benefits that we have from our mutual guests from the ALG group is an exclusive place that we can make the private check-in, private customer service, and also the private checkout that they live. This is one of the benefits that we have from our mutual guests when they traveling with the ALG group. The place is called the Grand Plus Lobby.
Focusing on our guest satisfaction through the quality of the food, the drinks, and of course the service. With our comfortable rooms and our extensive facilities, we have been specialized in our international statutory entertainment. We provide an extensive weekly billboard of events and shows through our complex within our nightclubs. Welcome to where the night comes alive by itself. We are waiting for you to live this incomparable experience. Let the show begin.
Hello and welcome. My name is Cecile and I am a Groups and Conventions Coordinator. At Grand Oasis Cancun, everyone is important. Therefore, we also think of the little ones and decided to create an incredible area dedicated just for them. Our Wonderful Kids Club, a place where every single dream can come true. Acting talent is discovered in a private theater that has a large stage full of integration activities scheduled along the day, and a children's park with areas and games and beautiful gardens. In the same way, we have fun cabins as video games, which has different consoles, screen, and fun games. And craft places, an area where children can perform their most creative side, cutting, pasting, and creating whatever they can imagine. The typical board games cannot be missed, such as puzzles, Jenga, and others, in order to help increase their fun. Your kids will love it.
We care about our guests and take care of every detail. Therefore, we guarantee that the room has been sanitized and has remained unoccupied 24 hours prior to guest arrival. We use products registered by the Environmental Protection Agency. Once the room has been sanitized, we place a door tag safety seal, which breaks upon the guest's first entrance. We implement contactless room door open systems. New operation cleaning and room setting standards adapt for the total safety of our guests. In the comfort of the rooms, you will enjoy from a good rest, surrounded by a beautiful decoration that blends with the outstanding ocean or sunset views, beautiful pictures, amenities, desks, TVs. A space designed with everything you need. The Pyramid Siancan offers day and nighttime experience, an assortment of activities, shows, and haute cuisine restaurants to surprise the most demanding palate. In the beautiful suites, you will find an exceptional luxury combined with unique views to admire from your private lounge, pool, or jacuzzi. Exclusive amenities, personalized attention screen, where you can book from the comfort of your room. Enjoy premium benefits, check in and check out with exclusive concierge.
Now, in this moment, we are in the highest floor of the pyramid at Grand Oasis Cancun. From here, we can enjoy a great and a panoramic view of the entire property. 2 different buildings just facing to the ocean and another 2 buildings just in our backside. And of course, the main tower of the pyramid that we are standing just right now. As well, we can see is in a great view that we can enjoy with our mutual guests. All the green area and the resort, it really looks like an oasis on the Caribbean Sea.
Hola! Now, we have arrived at one of the most representative places of our Grand Oasis Cancun complex, where fun and music are endless, where memories become eternal. Welcome to our Oasis Beach Club, a perfect location where the most amazing parties, concerts, and festivals of great size and international stature recognition take place. As you can see, you can find the perfect balance between sun, sand, and a beautiful sea. Ven a vernos.
Okay, well done. Oh my gosh. You know, we do so many educational webinars with Oasis, and I feel like I've just learned 90% more of the property. I mean, I just feel like I saw so much more with this video. So I very much appreciate you guys spending so much time and energy putting this together. It was awesome. So now it's time for Q&A. So again, just a quick reminder, everybody attending today, if you have questions, submit your questions via the question and answer panel on your webinar dashboard. And again, I've got some fabulous participants here. I was disappointed I didn't see Christina in the video, but I did see Robin, and I did see Alvaro. So there's a few, famous people here that you can ask questions to. So now's the time. I guess I'll pose the first question to everybody. First, thank you for sharing your time with us for these Q&A. But Oasis Resorts, what type of clientele would you recommend sending to this resort? Or is there something for everybody at this property?
I can go ahead and answer that questions. Very, very good question. We have a big variety of clientele at our resort. So from adults only, from families, from young, friends, we celebrate weddings, we celebrate different type of, events like, birthdays, anniversaries. So really at the Gran Oasis Cancun and the Pyramid being the entertainment resort, we can have all types of clients. Anybody with high energy, or also if they want to just read their book, we have certain areas, such a large resort that we have quiet areas, we have more game areas, we have entertainment areas. So it's pretty much everyone can stay at the Gran Oasis Cancun and Pyramid.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, you could just tell by watching the virtual fam that there is that component. So another question that came in is, what makes Oasis different than the other properties nearby? Why would they want to stay there? And I know you had just mentioned the entertainment component, and I thought it was really kind of thrilling to be able to see some of the entertainment. I only saw a few seconds of each show, but I thought that was really kind of a nice piece that you've added to the video.
Yes, and keep in mind, we have the only casino in a resort in Cancun. So we're very proud of that as well, because people just love to come to our resort because there's a casino, there's entertainment. We even have the kids club for the kids. So there's a little bit of everything within the whole resort. And not even also the beautiful beach that we have, which is almost a quarter of a mile. So it's everything, the beautiful destination, and our resorts just experience. It's amazing.
All right. So maybe this is a good question for Alvaro. We being the assistant manager of groups and convention. Can we talk to the weddings? Nicole had asked whether weddings, if there are free weddings included with the stays, and what other wedding packages are available for clients.
Well, thank you very much and welcome to everyone. Well, we have different packages as well. Let me just explain you a little bit. Here at the property, well, we are the most extensive and the biggest hotel in town. In the destination, we have 1,700 rooms in this property. And talking about the last question, in complementing the Chris' answer, is that we have a differentiation or a factor that differentiate from our other properties is that we are the entertainment resort, and that is an advantage because we can host or guest all kind of market niche. That means we can receive people who come with little children. As you can see, we have the kids club. So we can assist every single market. As you are mentioning, we have the MICE department, which is the meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibitions department, which is the one we are improving right now, and we are pushing to let us know to everyone, to every agent and agency. So that's why we are developing this this concept. But here at the property, because we have like a large amount of clients or opportunities to assist, we divided the concept. For example, as you can as you know, weddings, it is part of my concept. But here at the resort, we are developing this concept, the all MICE, separately from the MICE department, because we need, or we are involving not only on the social events, but on I mean, moods, where brights moods, feelings, you know, we have like different other factors that interview, I mean, like, are involved in just a wedding, a single social event. So that's it. It is important for us, this kind of events. That's why we are separating conventions, meetings, incentives, music festivals, concerts, etc., from a wedding department or weddings as itself. But we have like more or less 5 to 7 different packages, and we sell them per person. That means each range of people, we have different wedding packages with different inclusions and gratuities.
Okay, well, thank you, Alvaro. And I did want to remind everybody that in the Oasis showcase in VAX, we do have a wedding brochure that outlines all of the different wedding packages available. You also have a website, correct? oasisdestinationweddings.com, so they
That
can
is
go
correct.
there.
That is
Okay.
correct. Mhm.
Awesome. So I'd recommend that. And then you've also got a groups at oasis.com website as well, where they can evaluate the group space available. What is it about groups accommodations that separates Oasis Hotels and Resorts from others? And I know you had mentioned you're such a big complex, so I imagine there's lots of wide open space. You mentioned that in the video. Anything else?
Robin, would you like to add something
about groups convention?
No, about the hotel.
About the hotel, well, as Cristina saying, Alvaro, the first things and the most important thing that we need to know in advance is the concept of this property. It's a resort with an entertainment concept. It's a huge property, by the way, the biggest resort in Cancun at the hotel zone. We have the biggest pool, and also we are the property, the resort, with the bigger extension of a beach area, almost like a mile. We have literally 4 different beach clubs at the resort, and we have in total, in general, in this complex, 1,700 of rooms. Those rooms are located at 5 different buildings. But the rules number 1 that we need to handle always is the concept of the property. It's a resort with the entertainment concept.
Okay, wonderful. So it just sounds like a fabulous place to send your groups. We did have a question come in earlier about the private check-in for ALG groups. The Grand Plus lobby is, I, I lost the question here, but I was wondering if other vendors can use that, or is it
No,
exclusive to ALG groups?
we have ALG Group is one of our most important partners in Oasis hotels and resort company. So for that reason, we have an exclusive area, just exclusive for the ALG guests. In that place, we receive to our mutual guests if they book through the Apple Leisure Group. It's also the place that we have a customer service desk until 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And it's just a place exclusive from the guests if they book through the Apple Leisure Group. Also in that section, we have the hospitality representative from the answer that is the company in charge here of ALG. Also, if the guests need assistance or questions about transportation or any other details can not be properly from the resort. I mean, things from outside the name, maybe they need just to check with the company. But the Grand Plus lobby is an exclusive area and a private area for the guests when they book through the ALG group.
Oh, that's just a wonderful resource that they have. And it was really kind of neat to actually see it. That's the first time I've ever seen it in the video. So thank you for sharing that. Is there anything other guests can use that is similar to that, that provides similar services?
Similar like that, yes. Most of the guests, they can use a similar place like that, but in the case of an ALG guest, we have an exclusive benefits from them. And one of them, for example, could be in a private check-in, private check-out, private area for the customer service. For example, also one of the benefits that we have from the ALG guests, even for Pyramid or Gran Oasis Cancun, will be the dinner shows at the Red Cabaret. How as you see on the video, we have 2 days on the week, a dinner show that the name is Red Cabaret. And this is one of the benefits that we have included for ALG guests. As well, I was explaining to you at the beginning, so the Apple Leisure Group is one of our most important partners at the Oasis Hotels and Resort. So for that reason, we have some benefits for them, exclusive for them, that we don't have with the other guests at the resort.
Well, that's great to hear. And I was just talking with Christina earlier. We were mentioning how we've already got several groups on their way to enjoy all these great perks that they get from ALG. So thank you for providing that service for everybody. Let's move on to some room category questions. At a high level, can you explain the room categories available at the Oasis?
Okay.
Sure.
And,
Oh, go ahead, Alvaro.
no, it's okay, Christina.
Okay, well, we have within the same complex as Alvaro and Robin was mentioning, we have two different resorts within the same complex, the same grounds. So the main building is the Pyramid at Grand Oasis. We have there different type of categories, starting from the lowest price, it will be the standard room. Then we have the sunset view. We have the terrace room, terrace, which are the lower rooms with the terrace in the window. And then we have up after that the ocean view. And then we move up to the Siancan level, which is our suites. And we start with the Siancan Standard, Siancan Junior, and Siancan Master. So all of those are the different type of categories we have at the Pyramid. And the other side, which is the Gran Oasis Cancun, we have the Standard, we have the Sunset, Ocean View, And I believe that's it. Those three different categories we have at the Gran Oasis Cancun. And I saw a question there from Sheila that it was asking if we have a room that accepts 4 adults. That will be at the Gran Oasis Cancun. That's the only property that accepts 4 adults in a room. The Pyramid, we have the maximum occupancy will be 3 adults in the room.
So what does the addition of the Shan Khan room category do separate from the other room categories?
You can answer that, Alvaro, with more detail because you're at the resort, the difference between the Sian Khan and the regular Pyramid rooms. Clients?
Yes, of course, Chris. Well, talking about Sian Khan category, as Christina mentioned, these are the different categories we have in the main category, which is the pyramid. We have different levels, and Sian Khan, well, first we have to know is Sian Khan is only adults, okay? And the location of these rooms are gonna be located in the main building, which is the pyramid, at the center of the property. This is one of the differences we have in the pyramid category. And in addition, we have different accommodation or different, for example, it has to do with, for example, the jacuzzi. Some of them we have a jacuzzi inside, or some of them we have a jacuzzi in the terrace, in the terrace. So that amenities make the differences between the standard categories from pyramid to Sian Khan or juniors, masters, or other suites.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that. That makes a lot of sense. So adults only for the Shan Khan. That's, I think, important to know. Let's talk about, let's see, someone had asked about your restaurants. And I know you guys are so highly rated on your restaurants. Has there been any influence in the availability of the restaurants due to the pandemic? Are you rotating as other resorts are doing, or can you kind of speak to that?
Yeah, well, first of all, we have to change our regular operation, working together with sanitation laws, or the government or industries that provide these services. We worked on have protocols, as we mentioned in the video. So for example, one of the biggest changes we have was in our buffet restaurants. As you know, before this pandemic situation, we had the buffet restaurants as a self-service. So now every single restaurant is assisted by our staff, our chefs, our waiters, and every single staff that is working in the restaurants. And talking about the cuisine, we have about 22 restaurants among the property to have something and every single time, and something to eat or to drink for all our guests. We are, for example, about these 22 restaurants, we have some restrictions or conditions for all of our 3 different categories. For example, this 22 includes for the pyramid guests and so on. But we have from international buffets, which opens at 6:30 in the morning, and every restaurant closes at 10:30 or 11 at night. So we have from international buffet, a la carte buffets, or specialty buffets. So it depends on what, well, we focus on having different kind of food, type of different cuisines, more than have less restaurants than many or two less options. That's our differentiation from other properties. And well, that works. We are experiencing, as I told you before, these changes, but that works. And our clients feel comfortable with this kind of services, and well, they feel safe.
Well, that's good. That's glad you mentioned all of that. And maybe we ought to shift gears right now to the pandemic response and some of the things that you've taken action on. And I know you guys have a link to your Be Free, Stay Safe website on your showcase in Vax, which kind of highlights a lot of the health and safety protocols, on-site COVID testing protocols that you've got in place. So there is a resource for our ALG agents to go to for more information. But can you speak to mask wearing protocols at the resort properties, and you know, how are things enforced there, and maybe go into some of the testing protocols, how those happen?
Okay, so about the protocols of the COVID, it's important to mention it, that first, guests, when they arrive to the property, rooms are sanitized. Also, is the mandatory for the guests and of course for the employees just to use the mask, the same mask that we're just using just right now, especially in the closed areas, restaurants and bars. The only place that guests is optional just to use the mask will be in the pool area and of course on the beach area. Our guests, if they travel to the United States, so they have the COVID test included. We have a lab here at the resort. It's a concessions with recognized laboratory here in Cancun in Mexico, that we make the COVID test for our mutual guests. Of course, in that lab, we also have staff from the customer service department just to make an appointment and providing the assistance to the guests. The result of this COVID test will be available in less than 24 hours to our mutual guests, and is a COVID test that we provide to the guests in the courtesy. And the restaurants, bars, so we have a strict protocol from this COVID, policy of the COVID, just to make the things more safe for the guests and also to the employees.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. Yeah, and things are constantly changing as well. So I would recommend that you go to the CDC updates page. We update that page in VAX on a daily basis to just accommodate all of the changes that are happening. And now with more and more people getting double vaccinated, you might see new changes as a result. What's the capacity limit that they have you at now?
Maximum capacity that we can have now is just 60%, 60%.
Okay, 60%. Thank you for that.
That is the maximum capacity according to the epidemiological regulation of the government here in Cancun.
Okay, and then thanks for sharing a little glimpse of some of the entertainment options available. Were all of those kind of snippets of the Red Cabaret, or are there other entertainment opportunities available? Can you speak to those?
Yes, of course. Now in this moment, we have available the dinner show of the Red Cabaret. Also, we have the options of the Kinky nightclub. That is nightclub just to enjoy and to see the burlesque show. And of course, the other activities that we have during the night is the casino, that the guests can visit the casino. Of course, all of these place, we have regulations on time. So after the midnight, so most of the areas are not being available. During the day,
we have activities, when we have entertainment at the different place of the pool, beach club, and also we have the Fontainebleau bar at the evening. We have jazz fusion music, and we have some artists there. But the activities of the entertainment, according to the regulation that we have here in Cancun, is just finished at midnight.
Okay, great. Yeah, it was just kind of great to get a little sneak peek in the video. I didn't know you had entertainment out on the beach club. That was kind of cool to see. What is the ozone? I noticed that in the video. Is there anything significant about that area?
The ozone is, you will see in the video, is part of a place that we have at the Oasis Beach Club.
Okay, okay, so it's all part of that area. All right, good to hear. Okay, so let's move on to some travel agent related items. So do you have any travel agent specialist education programs available for agents today?
That's a very good question. We have, as you all know, we have for travel agents a special website, which is oasisconnect.net. This is where we wanted to show travel agents the different marketing tools, different videos, just an education website for you to come visit and register, and you can get advantage of all that information there. We do include sometimes webinars. The last webinar we did, I believe it's in the website. If not, we always include totally different information about the fact sheets of every resort. So you have the amount of rooms, amount of restaurants. So all the details are included in this website for travel agents. And of course, on top of that, you can get advantage of our travel agent rate, which is listed there as well, and bonus commission and incentives. So it's a great tool for travel agents to go there and just for looking at all the information, important information that we always update.
Okay, thank you for that. And another thing you partner with ALG on is the ALG Exclusive Perks Program, correct? So that is another way to take credit as a travel agent for some of the extra perks provided when you book with the ALG brand. So items like a special VIP wristband, guaranteed room in an oceanfront building, private check-in, those things are all part of that exclusive perks program, which is another added benefit. And then you've got some bonus cash programs, correct, where they can earn more?
Yes, that's correct. And it's all listed on the VAX website. It's traveling with ALG, booking with ALG, traveling to Oasis hotels and resorts. We have I believe it's a $200 cash special. The details again is at the VAX website.
Okay, thanks. And then I'm going to hop back to entertainment because there's one thing I forgot to ask, and that was when you showcased some of your kids club stuff in the video. You've got a private theater for kids. So what kind of entertainment goes on there?
Well, in the kids club, we have nannies. We call them nannies, which is who are our staff. So we have a time from 9 to 5 p.m. So we have different ages from kids, and also we have different activities here in the kids club, as painting, art, music, things, and also we have a pirate show in the kids club for every kids that come in.
All right, thank you for that. Tanisha's asking, it looks like she wants to book the resort for a New Year's Eve celebration. She's wondering where can she go to find out more information about the entertainment available for those special days.
And the website. In this moment, if someone are interested just to see the activities or the entertainment, that we can have to the New Year's Eve. So we recommend that you visit our website.
Okay, very good. Good recommendation. And Ashley's wondering if your resort has a single guest supplement.
As a supplement, well, we have other different activities as, for example, well, no, single, you said single, right?
That's correct.
Single guests.
If they travel through ALG guests, so they're gonna have the benefits of the ALG, of the supplement. For example, in the case of if they are honeymooners or they are celebrating birthday, anniversary, so we send them to the rooms amenities, a complimentary gift, can be showers and chocolates, bottles of champagne. So depends on the occasion also. But also we have these benefits to our guests, single guests.
Yeah, and I think I don't know if the client, I mean, the travel agent was asking about the supplement in rates. Is she referring to rates or amenities?
I'm guessing it's probably rates, but she didn't mention it in her question.
Okay, well, I'll talk about that part too, just in case. The single supplement, singles rooms is for one person, of course. Those rates are different than the double occupancy rooms. A double occupancy will be two people in the room. They have a rate spread in two, I mean, divided in two, and the single will be just a single will pay the entire stay at the room. So usually it's a little bit higher, if that's your question, than the double occupancy per person.
Okay,
Right.
thank you. And we did get a few questions. If we could repeat the agent website, that's oasisconnect.net.
Correct.
That's real easy to find. Let's see if there's anything else I might have missed here. We've got a lot of folks asking questions here. How about accommodations for handicapped individuals? Is the property set up well for that?
Okay, so in this case, it's important for us to receive in advance those requests and those information. Room, special room with all these handicap standard, we don't have in this moment available, but we have a superior room, suites, and rooms with those facilities that we can assign to our mutual guests. But this is very important just to have a very good communication through the sales department in the United States so that we can arrange absolutely all the details. It's important to mention it in the case of the handicaps that this is a huge property because maybe for some guests, they can feel that everything is far away. It's not the real, everything's very closer. But in the case of a property like this one, so if the guests, they will need to move everywhere in a wheelchair, so maybe in some occasion, they're gonna feel that everything is far away. But is a resort with access to the handicapped guests, to the facilities, to the handicapped guests, to restaurants, bars, and pool also.
Thank you. And do you have any recommendations for a more secluded romantic area of the resort? And are guests able to book private beach dinners?
Yes, we have these options. In the case of a guest, if they're interested just to make a private dinner or romantic dinner on the beach, what we recommend is they can see the options through the concierge. At the moment that they receive the guest, the concierge receive the guest to make the private check-in, we can see the options to make these private romantic dinners according to the days that we can have available, and of course, the weather that will be very important in this case. But some of those requests, what we recommend is that we can see on site when they arrive to the resort.
Okay, thank you for that. We've only got a few minutes left, so I want to throw it back to our special guest presenters here. Was there anything we might have missed that you feel you want to communicate back to our audience today? We've covered so much and hopped from one place to the next, I feel like, but I feel like maybe we might have missed something. So is there anything you want to speak to that we didn't touch on?
I believe we cover pretty much everything. However, the first thing I want to tell everyone, please come and visit us because it's such a beautiful, and if you see it, you sell it better. So we encourage all of you to come see us, visit us, get advantage of our travel agent rates, bring your family, friends, and you'll see and you'll experience every minute of the, you know, the beautiful time that you will have at the property. Thank you. I just want to also thank everybody for being here today and watching our video, and Michael as well. I hand it over to you, Michael.
From Alvaro and myself, we really want to thanks to all the person who has joined us to this virtual plan trip. And how was Christine explained, we are a very good resort. We are in a very good location. We are in the middle of the hotel zone in Cancun. We are the biggest property in Cancun. And we would like to invite you, you can visit us and you can have this amazing experience at Oasis Hotels and Resort. It will be a huge pleasure.
Well, the ball is in everyone's court now. They've got all the tools and resources and answers to their questions all in hand. So hopefully everything is set for them to have big success selling Oasis Hotels and Resorts. So a big thank you to Robin, Alvaro, Christina for supporting all of the questions that came in today. It was a really enjoyable virtual FAM. I loved it. I just learned so much more just by the video component. So thank you for sharing your investment and time with all of us today. And a big thank you to all of our guests today. I hope you learned something new. Thank you for sharing part of your afternoon with us. And of course, we did record today's event, so you'll be able to watch this over and over again from our ALG Education Library. So be sure to check that out. That will be up and ready to go in probably about an hour's time. So look forward to that. And good luck to our one lucky winner who will win a 3-night stay for 2. Good luck to everyone. Have a great rest of your day, and we hope to see you at our next virtual FAM.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye.